Right, welcome. This may help if you're planning on disassembling and repainting some Atlas Edition Irizars. Yeah, these Stobart ones really we're doing. First of all, when you get them out of the packaging, there's two screws on the base, but they're of a triangular head. I don't know if you can see them. Sorry, my hands are a bit black, I've been playing on the car all day. And I've got a little screwdriver that just about fits in, which means I'm able to do it without going out and buying a special tool. And then once you've got it off the base, you need something really sharp to get underneath the little gap there. Some seem to be glued on better than others, some just ping off, and some almost break. There's no good way because they are basically super glued on sometimes. But I've got the end of a potato peeler, but obviously you're very careful. Oh, this one's going to come off. And then we just remove the windscreen. As you can see, you're left with a nice screw. Obviously these are just normal Phillips type screws. We can do this one and we undo it. That's good. Now move around to the rear and we are left with, best idea on here now is to try and get this above the number plate. It's a tiny little notch. I use my potato peeler. Obviously you'll have proper modelling tools, not like mine. And then just obviously gently, but I have had these ping off quite spectacularly, so if you hold your finger over the end while you do it, just prise it off gently, very gently. And you see there's two little lugs, but they're also normally big banded glue as well. That helps hold it on, which can be causing problems because if someone's been a bit generous and put more glue on, you have a hell of a trouble getting it off, and I have broken a few as well. So, and I have pinged them across the room also. So, let's have a look see. Let's undo the screw now. Right, that's the other screw removed. And obviously the back lights as well. These do ping out. Obviously very gently, because you see that flue. Again, it's best to probably hold your finger over it somehow if you can, and do it, and just gently lift underneath it. Right, there we got them. That is what you're left with. They have two holes, they're not generally glued in, they're just pushed in. And they're just painted red, they're clear lenses. And now, with both screws removed, the body base comes away. I'm left with the stair arrangement, that just pulls out. And the windows literally just push out. Some are a bit stiffer than others, but if you're gentle, you should be alright. I haven't really broken any of these. The hardest one to get out is the back one. I've actually just overpainted a few on them. Depends on what your recreation wants to be really, but if you can get one end, one corner, you're generally alright. Push it out from the inside, unless you've got something really gentle to lift the tab off. There we are. And then the same with the headlights. Now these, I don't know if you can see, there's two little bits on there. They're literally just pushed in. So again, it's prizing them out isn't always the hard bit. It's the holding on to them so as you don't lose them. So the fronts generally come out better, but sometimes you get one that's stuck. And I have pinged these off before, so again, go careful, or I should be on your hands and knees scouring the floor for the bit that's just pinged off. I'm sure we've all done that. Right, And that is pretty much what you're left with after. And obviously assembly is pretty much easier, but all the glazing goes in first. So that's a general idea. And then the seats, and then the base, the chassis would line up, and you're left with the holes should line up for the screws down at the front. And then you put your screws back in, and basically, well, that's it. It took me a while to find where the screws were to start with, so if this video helps anybody out, then that's good.